Hi, I'm KP with Coronavirus Diaries, a channel dedicated to the documentation of a world under lockdown. And although many of the lockdowns have been lifted for a few weeks now, there are many who believe they are going to be underway again. I'm going to get to that in a second, but first, thank you to the new subscribers. We appreciate your support and hope to hear from some of you in the comments below. And if you know of anyone who would be interested in what we're talking about over here, please send them our way or share a video to them. I've been away for the past week working on videos for a related channel and increasing our presence on Twitter, where several new people have recently followed us and have been engaging with us over there. We hope that some of those people will join us over here and enter the discussion here as well, but as long as we're getting in front of some people and they're into what we're doing, that's great. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. There have been numerous spikes in coronavirus cases, and we already knew a second wave was on its way. Now, the increased numbers are also going to be due to more widespread testing, of course, too, so you have to take that into account. But even so, after spring break, lockdown protests, Memorial Day celebrations, the George Floyd protests, all the other racial equality protests that have been taking place all over the world, pride celebrations, and an overall feeling from a large percentage of the population that it's no big deal or that we're over it, it's a small wonder that we're facing another surge. The questions I have are, is COVID-19 still as deadly or has it weakened since it began as some have suggested? Is it highly contagious from asymptomatic people or not? How long does it sit on surfaces and remain potent? How does UV light affect the virus and how can we use that to our advantage? Stories have come out about these four topics that have been all over the place, and I've even talked about some of them already, but I'm going to dig further, focusing on those four items, and try to get a final answer on them, if possible, in the next few videos. In this video, I want to focus on where the spikes are the highest. As you can see, cases went up mostly in the southern states and the western states. A lot of those states were already on their way up, like Arizona, Florida, and Texas, and they remain the ones that keep coming up in the news lately for a major spike. Louisiana seems to as well. California is also seeing a major spike in cases and are talking about locking down again. Why are these states spiking the most when the protests and various celebrations have been taking place everywhere? Are there more political rallies going on down there? Is there simply more widespread testing? I know there have been a few concerts. One country concert in particular has some people pretty angry, and Florida has been notorious about keeping their beaches open as much as possible. At the same time, we also know that the majority of the numbers in Texas were due to a surge in the prison population. Either way, we'll see if the other states catch up. There's also a herd immunity festival happening in Wisconsin in mid-July, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to keep this one kind of short today because I want to focus on some more social media stuff and start researching the topics I mentioned earlier. I think knowing more about the disease itself is more helpful for everyone, as it's something that you as listeners to this channel can directly control rather than talking about the current numbers and surge, which you really can't directly control. So I'm going to look through all the opposing stories and try to find some truth in the middle, as they say. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support these past few crazy months. Please subscribe if you haven't already so we can keep you informed in a fact-based way. Stay safe out there and God bless. This is KP signing off.